Welcome in Pyanodons, 550 hours walkthrough based tour, last 10 hours report. Please, if you like my series, don't forget to subscribe and to click the like button. And now what we are doing. What we are doing, we make some progress here, this last 10 hours, and that are the Bhoddos. And the Bhoddos, I underestimated, to tell you the truth. Because the Bhoddos need this one, fuel rods. That is the problem. And fuel rods we can make, we have to make that, there's only one way. This one is disabled, this recipe. I was hoping that this was coming available, but you can forget that. The only recipe what right now is available is this one. That is the plutonium 239, which we have as base product, byproduct from the plutonium 238, what we need for the nuclear samples. We need a lead container, and the lead container is the bottleneck. Because the lead container needs aramid fiber, no problem. A lead antimony alloy, no problem, but this one is the problem. Right now, iron niobium alloy. And iron niobium alloy, you get two pieces from 4 niobium plates. Iron plate we have enough, that is no issue. But the niobium plate is a problem, because the niobium plate, we made that a long time ago, by the way. And we have a visual where is the niobium? Nou, ik doe even de search. De niobium is hier. And the niobium, you see already what the problem is, what the bottleneck is salt. And that this is nog een yellow belt, so I can upgrade the belt. And I need actually, for a full belt, full yellow belt, 75 salt. And that's a lot, because you get salt only from salt mines, and that is a half belt. So maybe I can get more out it if I use a red belt. I have to try it, but this is number one what I have to upgrade. Okay, that is for what I'm gonna do the next 10 hours at least. This is running sufficient. Oh yeah, the fuel cells. I show you. These are the containers. You see, this is the iron niobium alloy, and that is very small. So this have to be upgraded. The fuel rods, you see, this gaat in the fuel rods with graphite and plutonium. En dan komt de container. And we get the fuel rod. Papa, daar komt hij. Fuel rod, we need also for other things, so I put it on the bus. This one goes to the Bhoddos, and it's just enough now. It is sufficient. If you see, here is still some surplus, but I need the Bhoddos for my cuts. The new recipe for my cuts. The new cuts, and I need it for the puppies. I need one Bhoddos, and to create 16 cut pups. So this is not running fully, because this is just starting. I just start with this. It's a very efficient recipe. I can consider if this is not the way I can produce enough, because the bottleneck is the Bhoddos, and the Bhoddos bottleneck is weer the fuel rods. To change this address, change this recipe, because there are more recipes to make cutting studs, pups. Cut a cut. Here's a cut a cut. Here's a cut a cut pup. Cut a cut pup. What we do now, this is the one I use right now. What we used before is this. The problem is it consumes a lot of Ralacia seeds. And Ralacia seeds is a bottleneck. There are more farms that use the Ralacia seeds, so I run a little bit out of it, and it is hard to produce. You need so big farm to have a full belt full with these seeds. But it's a possibility. So I have to observe this, how this goes. This is perfect. You see, the belt is full. I like to bring this back to the slaughterhouse, back to the bus. And the other side I like to bring to the other side of the bus. One left, one right, one east, one oost. One east, one west, I mean. And slaughter them, make another slaughterhouse for this section. And this one I like to use the other slaughterhouse. And I like to disassemble, and that saves me also Ralacia seeds, by the way. The old farm, this one. Autosave. Autosave takes longer because there are very big files from Pyanodons. Waar zitten mijn cuttercuts? Nee, niet hier. Wel ja, I don't know. Here, yeah. This is the cuttercuts. These are the slaughterhouse. So here I like to bring the cuttercuts from what I make now here, and here I like to slaughter them. You see there's more capacity, and this I like to move. Okay. Wat hebben we nog meer? I have another train, by the way. This one. And the train is, if you look to the right of the screen, a maximum speed from 281 km per hour and accelerated power from 900 kilowatt. The old train, I can show you that here also trouwens, by the way, because I have in my inventory. The old train have 259, dus 259 km per hour compared with 281 is not a real big difference. But it is well faster. The accelerated power is 600 kilowatt and the other one is 900. The accelerating power is much better. This one, this train is consuming canisters with fuel inside. Dus you cannot put coal or wood, so you have to, in the depot, if you're gonna change to this kind of locomotives, you have to change the, how you call it, the loading for the fuel. You have to get the empty canister out, fill them with fuel. What in my case I use syngas. I like to use syngas. I use syngas for all my canisters. What have to feed with canisters with fuel. You fill them with in my example, dus syngas. You put them in the train, and you get empty out. Same with the coal, but then you need temporarily, because it's very slow to build these trains. You cannot change that from one side, one moment on the other moment. You need two lines, dus one line for the coal in and for the ash out, and four lines dus. And one line for the canisters in and one line for the canisters, empty canisters out. The empty canisters out have to go back to the refilling, to the barrel pump. They filled the canisters and the circle is around. Okay, I look already what I can do next, and there is not so much what I can do except upgrading everything. Because I still run out of logistic robots. As you see, the available are still 0. I'm still building. It is still not enough. Building for the robots was also slow because I cannot feed them enough materials because I have no robots to feed them. To feed the factory who make the robots. And that is for the science the same. It is, I can make much more science packs if I have robots enough. The science is running constantly and with enough materials. As you can see that, where was it now? Here. This is my laboratoria. You see, it is running. The problem is only, and this is gewoon waiting for robots that they supply. Because these are old ingredients and it is only waiting. They're only waiting. Daar gaat weer een robotje. There are no robots available. What I'm going to do the next, I look already what is the next science pack. And that is Pi 3. And the problem with Pi 3 is that we can make, that is Pi 2 is, right. The problem is with this science pack, this the one. We cannot make this one. Most of the ingredients we cannot make because we don't have the research yet. If you click on this one, for example, not yet the research. Click on another one, and you get the same. This one we have already, by the way. This one, not yet researched. This one, not yet researched. This we have allemaal, but we cannot make this one because it's not researched. And so is it with almost everything. I like to continue the tree with the I like to continue this research, this way, this path, because I like to go to the big mines. And the big mines I can finally harvest the Nexelix. That is this path. These are the big mines. So you see, I'm quite on my way. I'm by the cobalt processing right now. Which one is that? I don't know. I cannot see it here in the tree. There are here also nog. Is that allemaal research? Or research looks like. So I don't know where the cobalt processing is, but oh, dat is hier. De cobalt, nee, niet in te tellen. Nou, maakt niet uit. For what I can see, excavation I have to do, and bromine processing stage 3, and graphene technology. Then this iron melting. I don't know where that's all done. So we are quite far already. We make progress. And if we have this one, then we can start with the other research that we can work on the items for the Pi 3 potion. Yes, if I close this and I open it again, and then I see this one. And now you see the CO. And where are the big mines now? I cannot see. These are the big mines. So after this one, I have to do also the alloy smelting and the acrylic. So there are a little bit more researches than I show you in the other three, in the other tech tree. But we are coming there. And it is 800. It is acceptable 800. It's 1100 already. 1200. Big mines 1200. Anyway, this one we don't need 43. It is only this one, alloy smelting, level 3, stage 3, and then this. I don't understand it, because if I look here, yeah, these two. These two, these are the two what we need. And before this unlocked, we need this one. We can make it. We come there. We are already quite far. We researched already a lot of things. So what is the next episode? I really don't know right now. It depends upon how the fuel rods, the containers for the fuel rods actually developed. How many salt I can produce to produce a belt full, I hope, with Niobe complex. I can make, of course, another factory also for Niobe complex with another salt on another place with other salt mines. I don't know yet. And by the way, there are also weer other bottlenecks natuurlijk met niobium, because you need also organic solvent. What is a critical product? Ammonia. Ammonia we have enough, by the way. So sulfuric acid you need also, I think. We shall see. So, now anyway, it is a surprise. I've promised nothing for the 860 hours. So it's a surprise. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I hope you learned something and enjoy it. Please subscribe and click the like button and the notification if you like to hear when the next episode is available. I thank you again and take care of yourself.